Braden Woods, Dawson Bond lead the way for Red Oak tonight in a dominant win over Missouri Valley. Gentlemen, keep your season going. That's the most important thing. Tell me about this win. What are the thoughts? What are the takeaways from today?
Well, they got us the first time, so our mindset was kind of just to come into this game and get them back, like as a revenge tour. And credits to them, they played well, but we played better. So we just came in thinking we were going to knock them out, and we did.
Yeah, that's a perfectly executed game. Get in, get out, limit pitch count for sure, and score the runs, get out early. Yeah, like Braden said, we lost to them early, and coming back, it's a whole different team going into postseason.
You got in a little bit of a jam there in the first on the mound. Bases were loaded. You'd walked a couple. You worked out of it. Take us through that, and then after that, did you feel like you were just able to settle in a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. Once I got that first inning of postseason out of the way, I was missing some spots, got some spots though, and I got past that first inning. I was super comfortable, got to settle in and get some Ks.
Seemed like the breaking ball was working early on. Did you come in today thinking that would be something that could work?
Yeah, we like to kind of work backwards on some kids and throw them off. So if that can work, then we know it's going to be a pretty lethal day.
Aside from that, what worked for you pitching-wise today?
Once I got my fastball down, I could get some spin on it. The slider for sure. I know some kids, they don't really expect that after a curve.
Had a nice day offensively as well. Laid down a couple of strong bunts you were able to run out. Take us through your day offensively. What stood out to you about your performance and the team's performance?
Yeah, I think we're hitting the ball way better, having better ABs as a team coming into the postseason. I know myself, it's kind of just a peak to the end, show up during postseason. Like the ABs during regular season, sure, they're cool to see the stats on the board, but this is when it matters. I think that's when we're showing up.
Braden, offensively for you, it's been kind of up and down, but today it was really up. What were you seeing at the plate?
Well, mainly I was just expecting fastball, and once they gave it to me, I just found a barrel. I was seeing it well. And then once I get 2 strikes, I'm just expecting some sort of curveball. And then if they throw me a fastball right down the middle, then that's just a piece of cake for me, and I just find a hole. But with the curveball, it's just if they leave it hanging, I'm going to put it out there. But other than that, if it's not there, I'm not swinging at it.
How big was today for you confidence-wise?
Pretty big, but I guess I've had a bunch of confidence as of lately because I've been finding the barrel on the ball pretty good. But other than that, yeah, great confidence boost coming into Clarinda. Now I'm just hoping I barrel it up against Clarinda still.
Very familiar opponent. It'll be the third time. I know you guys are hoping the third time's the charm. What's the approach going into that?
Well, this was a great confidence booster, like I said, but it gets a lot better, and it's hard to beat a team 3 times, and we're a pretty hard team to beat, but credits to them. They've played well the past 2 times, but we're at the peak of our season, and we're hoping to get them this time.
Yeah, Clarinda is a great team. As you can see, came in preseason ranked. They put the barrel to the ball. I know they're probably expecting me on the bump, and I think it's going to be a really fun night.
All right, Coach, I'm sure if you were to draw out the way you'd want to win to start the postseason, probably the way you would do it. Dominant win. What are the takeaways?
Yeah, I'd just say, just like you said, that's the dream right there. Kept the pitch count down. We made plays. And, man, we hit the ball tonight. So that's a really good Missouri Valley team. They beat us earlier in the year. So, you know, that score right there maybe happens 1 out of 10 times against that team. So proud of the guys.
There's been times this year with the offense where, kind of like today, the hitting's contagious and up and down the lineup. And I'm sure there's games where you look back on and, a little bit more offense here or there, and there's another win. So talk about the offense today. How relaxing is it to see them perform the way they did?
Well, as you know, and most baseball people know, hitting's contagious. One guy gets up there and does it, and it looks pretty easy. It can go the other way, and we've had it go the other way this year as well. So, yeah, just putting good at-bats together. That's what we've been working really hard on our 2-strike approach, and I think you saw a little of that tonight. And we barreled up the baseball tonight, so that was fun.
7 runs in the second inning. Aside from the hitting being contagious, what stood out to you during that run?
Well, I think we were able to bunt a little bit tonight. We've been working really hard on that as well, and just take advantage of the mistakes the other teams make.
Dawson went 3 innings, stayed under 65, which I know was the goal, and did well in that as well. What stood out to you about him?
Yeah, I think he kind of is at the first inning. He's kind of in a jam there, got out of that, and I think he kind of finally got loose. His pitches were working, fastball, curveball, slider, and he's really tough when those three are working.
Speak to the growth of this team throughout the season. One of the more successful seasons in recent memory. I'm sure it's been a fun team to be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of these guys have played for 3 years now. This is their third varsity year. They were playing as freshmen, and that shows out there. I think you see that tonight. They're not afraid of the moment. That they play with no fear, and I think that's what you're seeing is just the growth in those guys. They've led kind of have three younger guys playing, and those guys just followed their lead, and I really think that's what you're seeing now.
Braden Woods had kind of an up and down year offensively, at least when you look at the numbers, but a big night for him.
You know, he's been working really hard at practice just to barrel up the baseball. He's got a good swing. He's on time most of the time, and he's been working really hard at practice, and I'm proud of his work tonight. He's done a nice job.
Clarinda on Tuesday night, probably not many secrets for you guys. One, do you go into it feeling like you've got nothing to lose? And what is the approach?
Yeah, I think absolutely we've got nothing to lose. They beat us twice this year. They've been ranked in the top 5 all year. They're a good team. Coach Eberle is one of the best coaches in our area. They can hit it. I think their team average is over 300. Their ERA, I think, is under 4, maybe even close to 3, and they can field it. So it's going to be a huge challenge for us, and we'll just go down and compete as hard as we can.